My name's Gus Abbot, I'm a slam poet, and okay, I'm going to give you 3 points tonight. First one is, I guess it's for those people in the audience who have ever been on benefits, which is probably most of you, but it looks of you. Nothing like don't scum, you mean. And it's also for those lovers of Lord of the Rings. So it's an interesting combination. This is called Job Centre Bloodletting. Hi, I wonder if you can help. My name's Gus Abbot, and while I'm not in the habit of phoning to complain, there seems to be some confusion with my claim. The money I'm due hasn't come through again. While I realise you're very busy and I hate being a pest, I'm really phoning at my landlord's request. He wants to know when he's getting his rent. I'm 2 months behind because the last one wasn't sent. Hello? Hello? Mr. Abbott, how can I be of aid in your quest? I just wondered if you could check my file. I haven't had any money in quite a while.
Ha! You seem troubled. I shall put you through to that realm who deals with the likes of you.
Thanks. I do hate being a pain. I'm sure we can sort this out, and I don't mean to blame your good selves.
Did you say elves? We are orc. And if you want to talk to that pointy-eared band, you are in the wrong land.
Oh, could you tell him to give me a call? I think I'll just leave it after all.
No, Mr. Abbott, you don't understand. Here in Benefits Land, we don't talk to each other. We communicate by hand. I'll give your name to my lord and master. If you hold the line, we'll get you back in our own good time.
But I'm starving and the lecky's run out. I just want my money. I don't mean to shout, but my cats need fed, my dog's skin and bone. I don't know how much longer I'll still have a phone.
You really don't see. Your pathetic problems mean nothing to me. How could you expect a fighting Uruk-hai, enthralled to his lord to live or die for Mordor and Saruman? Bring me the halflings! Bring me the halflings! So you see, Mr. Hobbit, your precious little claim is destined to fail time and time again. And when your benefits expire, a great lidless eye will consume you with fire and send your soul, ripped from its womb, into the everlasting flames of Mount Doom. There is no point in trying to call, for we only have one ring to rule them all.
This is called Blocked Up. Verbally constipated, I turn to the highly rated Rosie's Thesaurus of English words and phrases. And as I flick through its revelatory pages, I discover a discombobulation contained within this tome. A serious omission which serves to drive home the fact that words always reach their limits of perception just when you need the right conception. I want to tell my girlfriend how I really feel, something new that's never been said, instead of just, I love you and let's go to bed. I need an adjective to explain the pleasure and pain at that moment when I'm just about to come. But I'm inevitably struck dumb. When I want to tell my mates how good it feels, how great to have them around when I'm feeling down and grey, without tending to sound like I might be a wee bit gay. Where's the word to describe Jimi Hendrix letting rip, leaving you squirming in the grip of a 10-fingered ecstasy? The smell of India, the taste of old chewing gum, the feel of dew between your toes, the way I was able to run when I was 8. My first date, the buttock-clenching fear of the cupboard under the stair, the first time I smoked a joint, and the way I always miss the point of war. You see, this fine book just can't explain my peculiar range of feelings, the ones which really cause pain, open wounds and weeping lesions in my runny old brain. It just hides all my most profound insights under onomatopoeia, which really gives you no idea of the wealth of words backed up in my subconscious sphincter. I need a diuretic, an expectorating tincture, a loosening of the vowels, a movement of my etymological bowels. I've tried polyglottal enemas, emetic glossaries, and verbalising peccaries, but I've never found that poetic equivalent of a salmonella chicken vindaloo. for splattering the page instead of the loo in a high-velocity projectile style, with words of meaning and chunks of steaming verbiage which express at last the real me. Instead, I just open my mouth, shut down my brain, and squeeze. It's not fair, never knowing if it's going to be solid, liquid, or just hot air. This is about growing up in Glasgow. I was a little bastard when I was a certain age. I was a Ned, but I was even worse than that because I was a Ned that asked really awkward fucking questions. One or the other would have been fine, but both of them together was pretty awful. Anyway, this is called Glasgow Philosopher. I was halfway through a game of darts. It was getting late. I'd had 7 or 8 pints when I hadn't 8. When I says to my mate, you know, you and me, we could both be free. I finished on a 74, which is not a bad score. Lads were getting them in, and some lasses that were drinking gin were chatting over the din about the existential reality of mortal sin. I says, forget all that piss, you'll wait to the chippy for a single fish, and a chat with a hippie about the world in a grain of sand and how Coldplay is just a wanker's band. So 4 or 5 years went for some scran, dissecting Descartes as we ran through the scheme in a sort of fractal pattern. We came across some Rasta gadgies eating onion badges down at the swings and had a chat about things. Ishan says, oh, you proddies are thick. You've got the wrong end of the stick. Smoke some ganja, man. Get yourself a tan. Don't grow up a blue-nosed prick. So I started hating him, and I says to his mates, maybe I'm just dim, but wasn't it Nietzsche who said that fear emanates from a dependence on many gods in a variety of states? Your ganja and your dreads are just different ways of hiding your fear and shortening your days. Anyway, one of them had a chip, so we legged it to the shops, all the way being glib about how politics never stops thinking it's the band-aid for all our woes, when any cunt knows democracy's just a toy of the rich, and David Cameron's just a spank-me-up bitch. 2 single fish and a pie supper and 3 cans of juice. And wasn't that Freud a nutter, or more than a few screws loose? Or that shite about shagging your man, battering your dad. You're trying that in my house this afternoon, cunt. You'll find out what your arse looks like back to front. I'm just trying a few car doors and thinking, you know, what a bunch of whores the postmodernist anarchists are, eh? Anarchy being the negation of system. theanarchyparty.com.uk will let you have your say, just like democracy. But instead of getting bored, you just get ignored. Anyway, I'm just finishing out your duty for me. And thinking, you know, I really couldn't give a Scooby whether Kant was a cunt or Pavlov was the runt of the litter. Because psychology and philosophy are just monkeys on the backs of all us junkies. But there's no point in getting bitter. I just give them all the curse of the Glasgow heat, the ball. May your shite rise up and kiss you. Because the dialectic enigma of instructive rationalist stigma will only get my family off the dole. It will only make me younger or satiate my hunger. It will even help me get my home. So philosophy's alright for a Saturday night, but the sanity of daylight is still a load of shite. And psychology can wank away and tell you why you're not gay. But will they make the job centre pay the money it owes you? Or will they make that judge hold less a grudge, even though the old bastard knows you? So take some advice for a man who doesn't pretend to be nice. If you look the tune in your head spinning round with all that psycho crap your mates are talking, if that psycho-babble pain makes you want to scream and scream again, and the daft wee lasses won't stop squawking, just pay another drink, stop and think. Psychology and philosophy. Better start with a P. So it says easy to tell, these bams can't spell, and they're still trying to sell this crap to you and me. Thank you.